Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our SPARKS session on getting engaged at ASU. My name is Samuel Ortiz, and I'm the Educational Outreach Specialist for SPARKS. SPARKS is a student-led organization here at Arizona State University, where our goal is to increase college readiness and awareness in the community by doing outreach and providing what we call our Sun Devil story to the community. Today, we have some of our ambassadors that will be discussing how they've remained engaged at ASU and some of their best practices to make the most out of your experience. So we'll have Alex Lewis take us away with his story right now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Lewis. Thank you, Sam, for the introduction. Just a little bit about myself. I am an out-of-state student. I'm currently going to be going into my junior year. I'm majoring in psychology with a minor in early childhood education and a certificate in sales and marketing. Like I said before, I was an out-of-state student, so I am currently home in California with everything going on in the world. It's a little bit nice to be at home with family and stuff. It was a little bit of a struggle to get used to online classes, stuff like that, but it's nice that all my professors were really welcoming and understanding of what was going on with the situation. The past 2 years I have lived in Arizona, so it was really nice to try something different. I was born and raised in California. Trying something different out of my comfort zone, especially since I went to a private Catholic school for high school. It was a really different experience going to Arizona State, and it was really nice to see the different connections I could make. So if you're looking for a college, explore places that are close by, different opportunities out of state, maybe in a different country as well. There's so many different opportunities all over the world. Um, and if you're struggling with trying to find out different information, get to know your counselors in high school or middle school as well, because it's never too early to start. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to anybody, because if you don't know the answer, someone might will know the answer, and it's always good to know that someone's there for you.
Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Alejandro Ramos. I am now a sophomore or incoming sophomore at Arizona State University, just finishing my first freshman year. I was born and raised in Nogales, Arizona. I graduated from Nogales High School in May of 2019 with almost a full scholarship to Arizona State University. And when I say full scholarship, I don't mean one scholarship adding up and paying for my whole college tuition. It's multiple scholarships that I gained through my academics and my community achievement to come, and all that money to come together and help me cover my full tuition. And overall, ASU has been nothing more than a dream come true. Freshman year was a blast. Freshman year, so many memories, so many things that I like to do, so many people, great people that I met, teachers, professors, TAs. Overall, ASU is just a community for the people, a community for their students. And I believe that ASU impacted me in a way that showed me that ASU really does care about their students and about their staff. Because no matter what's going on in this world right now, ASU did the best that they can for everything. And transitioning to online classes was pretty weird. A lot of people say it might have been hard, it might have been difficult. But I believe that ASU gave us the tools and the preparation that we actually needed to move forward from this global crisis that's going on. And overall, to all the high school students that might be watching this, to all their families, there's always a way to go to college. A lot of people say that their grades might not be as good, or their parents don't make enough money. But the point is that if you look for a way to go to college, there's always a way. It's just about being patient, doing the best you can in schoolwork, doing the best you can in the community, and just building up your resume and looking for an opportunity for scholarships, grants, funds, just so you can come to ASU or to any university and make your dream come true of getting a college education. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing both of your stories. We're going to open up the floor for questions now. I know you both touched on using resources available at the university to get the most out of your experience. And that brings me to our first question. What services does ASU provide its students to ensure that they're succeeding academically and personally. And I'll pass it on to you, Alex Ramos.
So there is a lot of resources and services, how Sam said. There's counseling, there's office hours with your professors, there's the writing centers, there's writing tutors, there's math tutors. Literally all the tutors you can think about on any subject, anyone at ASU is there to help. There's people that are specified to help in some sort of classes such as business, other classes in geography, but everyone has a chance to get the help and service that they need. And it doesn't always have to be academic. Like if they need help academically, there's tutors, there's people that can help with that. If there's such as a personal side to it, there's counselors, there's health services and stuff. And it just shows that ASU has the services and the resource, and especially the people and staff that help students feel the best they can in their personal space and also in their academic space. So overall, ASU shows students that they are their number one priority, and these services such as counseling, writing centers, etc., shows how ASU treats their students to become the best people they can after graduating from Arizona State University. And I'll pass it on to Alex Lewis if he has anything to add.
Like Alex already said, there's a lot of different opportunities at ASU. If you are struggling with your schoolwork, go ahead and reach out to your professors. That's what they're there for. They want you to succeed. If you need help with like a paper, don't wait to the last minute. The writing centers are a really great opportunity to get your paper looked at. They'll go through it sentence by sentence to make sure you get the best grade possible. Other opportunities like tutoring, different clubs and organizations are there to help you succeed as well, different educational organizations. And counseling comes with your tuition. I think you have to pay, I don't know how much it is, $15 for every session after the first session. So the first session is free. So it's really a great opportunity to have it there on campus. If you need someone to talk to, or if you're feeling down with schoolwork or personal stuff, there's someone there to help you as well. It's professional staff. Other facilities that are on campus is the Sun Devil Fitness Center. They have different workout classes. If you just want to get out of your dorm or out of your apartment just to get out and get active, there's different classes like karate, kickboxing, regular boxing, yoga. It's really great to meet some friends there as well. And that's pretty much it.
Awesome. And we did receive some questions ahead of time, so we do have some prepared questions. However, if you have any, the audience has any questions, feel free to enter it in the chat or answer it directly through the camera, just letting everyone know. Perfect.
Alejandro and Alex, you've both talked a lot about the resources that ASU has provided you and how it's supported you throughout your journey, and that makes us all very happy. Can you share some words of encouragement or advice for those high school students that are watching this and maybe perhaps don't think that they're ready for the university? Did you always know that you were going to go to the university? So what would your advice be for those students that are watching this and they think that they might not be ready for the university?
So overall, start off this question. First of all, thank you for the question. I would like to say that personally, me being in high school, I wasn't thinking about going to the university. It was on my mind, but I wasn't sure if I could get to the place where I wanted to be or get to where I'm at right now, which I am blessed with the opportunity to be here right now. But growing up in Nogales, Arizona, being Mexican American, being a minority in this country, showed me that differences might make a difference. There might be barriers, language barriers and stuff that might push me down in becoming the person who I want to be. And overall, just patience, working hard academically, knowing what you want to do with your future, spending time looking for scholarships, spending time for opportunities and internships and stuff like that. Me in high school, I was more focused on getting the best grades that I could, building up the best resume that I could, and how I said, being patient about scholarships and having time towards it. Because I feel like most students are like, oh, okay, I'll do it later. Oh, I'll look for scholarships a month before. And the thing is that scholarships are always out there. There's always people that want to give you their money. There's companies that want to help you become the person you want to be. So I personally believe that being patient and actually spacing out your time management, improving your time management to actually help you in becoming the person you want to be and leading you to where you want to be. And now I'll pass it on to Alex Lewis.
So in high school, I kind of already knew I was going to go to college, but I didn't know exactly where I wanted to go. Throughout my whole life, my mom was like, "You're going to go to college no matter what, and we're going to figure it out together." So it was really nice to have that family support. Throughout high school, I still didn't really know where I wanted to go. I had a kind of an idea. Until junior year, I knew I wanted to come to ASU, and it was really nice to come visit the campus my junior and senior year and to see like how well I would fit into the campus life. Um, some advice I would have is just get to know your high school counselors because they know the requirements that you need in order to go wherever you want. Another piece of advice is just think about where you see yourself for the next 4 years, because you're going to have to make it your home, because that's what you're there for. You're there for school. You're going to be either away from home or living at home. Either one's fine. But it's kind of like the jumping off point for being an adult is just getting to know who you are as an adult and doing things that necessarily were coming to you, but now you have to figure it out yourself. And it's okay to ask for help. There's people that have gone through the same thing as you. That's why I really love doing these panels, because in high school, I didn't really know a lot of the answers. So now that I do know most of the answers, I would like to pass on what I've learned to high schoolers and middle schoolers who are thinking about college, but don't know necessarily how to get there. But my two big pieces of advice are get to know your high school counselors and explore options outside of your comfort zone, because the world is a pretty scary place. And yes, things are going to get uncomfortable, but you have to jump out and put yourself out there and make yourself stand out, because without that, you're not going to get very far. But it's nice to know who you are ahead of time and what works best for you so you can apply it to what you're looking for.
Awesome. Such a great question. And thank you so much for your responses, Alex and Alex. And that brings me up to a great point, right? We all decided to choose ASU for a reason. And the reason was more along the lines of why ASU felt like home. So, Alex Lewis, what was that moment of your time here at ASU that made you realize, oh, wow, ASU is my home away from home?
So when I was 10, my sister was in high school. Yeah, she was in high school. So she was looking for where she wanted to go to college. And one of the places that she wanted to go to was NAU in Flagstaff, Northern Arizona. I went with her on the trip to go visit the campus. It was a really nice area, but I didn't really see myself there. So as a family, we took a trip down to Tempe, and that's when I saw ASU as a 10-year-old little boy, not even thinking about college. But I kind of fell in love. That was the first side of ASU, and I kind of fell in love with it. And then as I got older, it was my turn to think about where I wanted to go to school, and ASU was always my top school. I was kind of scared to leave home because I had a lot of friends and family in California. I was born and raised here my entire life. And I just thought my junior year, it was time to explore things that I'm not used to, get out of my comfort zone and try something new. Because now as almost an adult, it was really important to me to explore the world and get out there. ASU really, I like the big city. I grew up in a small town. About an hour and a half from LA, and I always lived here, but I've always loved the big city. I love traveling, and ASU really gave me the best of both worlds. It gave me a college experience that had numerous opportunities like football games, sporting events, different clubs and organizations, different academic opportunities, as well as the big city feel. Joining a lot of different organizations and clubs on campus really made ASU feel smaller. A lot of people knew each other. It felt like high school again. It was really nice to get to know people who from all over the country and different parts of the world, and share the same experiences as well as the same connections that were all Sun Devils. And it was really nice to see how everyone is a big family at ASU.
Absolutely. And to touch on what Alex Lewis said, just the people, the environment showed me that ASU is my home away from home. The people are not only looking to better themselves, but are also looking to better themselves as a whole, as a community. You can think of ASU as a family, as a family that's trying to grow and improve in all aspects, through all people, through all genres, through all topics, through everything. ASU is just looking to grow and to become the best they can. And that starts from people working at the residence halls, people working at the MU, at the offices, faculty, TAs, professors walking around campus. Uh, the number one moment that I could really think of is during my freshman year. I would thought that I would feel alone walking through campus, going to class, sitting in class, but it completely was an 180-degree flip. People talk to you, people are nice, people don't disrespect, people respect one another. Professors are nice, TAs help out. Everyone, counselors, faculty, and staff, they show you that being a part of ASU is not only being a student, but it's also being a part of a community, being a part of a family. And just, it's kind of that warmth and that feeling, and the being secured and knowing that you are part of a community that wants you to be a part of them. It's like going home and seeing your family, and you know that your family loves you and wants to be with you. But also when you get back to the residence halls or get back to your classes, you know that your professors and your counselors want you to be there. So overall, ASU is a home away from home because they just support you and all students. And I'm not saying it's a personal thing. They support all students, all communities, all ethnicities, all cultures and everything. And ASU is just a big family, and it literally feels amazing to be a part of it.
Awesome. Do we have any other questions from the audience from the moment? Just want to make sure I provide enough time. Okay. If not, you both hinted at the importance of being academically supported and engaging with extracurriculars and athletics. What's been your biggest highlight here at ASU related to football games or any clubs and organizations that you've been a part of? We'll start with you, Alex Lewis.
So my freshman year, I went in with the mindset, I'm going to get used to the academics first. I was a little bit nervous to get out there and join a whole bunch of clubs, as well as trying to maintain a different kind of course load. I never really took advanced placement classes in high school, so I didn't really know what college consisted of, like academic wise. So my freshman year, I pretty much just focused on academics, went out with my roommate and stuff like that. But my sophomore year, I got really involved. SPARKS was one of the first clubs I got involved with because I had to take it for my class, and I met so many great opportunities and people through that opportunity. SPARKS reaches out to K through 12 students to promote higher education. So it was really nice to share what I've learned through my high school experience with different age groups and see what questions they had. That was a great opportunity for me to grow professionally as well. So it was a nice way to meet friends, but also to grow professionally, and I really like that. Football games are always super fun. I personally love going when it's nighttime because it's not so hot, and also there's just fireworks, so it's really cool to see all your friends there at the football games. I used to live across the street from the stadium as a freshman in the dorm, so it was really nice just to walk over. Football games are fun, especially basketball games are also fun. A lot of free t-shirts your freshman year, so make sure you grab all of them. But two big clubs that promote like the bigger events, different extracurricular activities during the school year is Undergrad Student Government, USG, and Programming Activities Board, PAB, and I'm a part of both of those. So both of them are kind of the similar clubs and organizations, but they focus on two different things. So like USG is the student government representing all students on the Tempe campus. There's a USG for all four campuses, one at downtown, Poly, Technic, and West. And then there's the Tempe campus as well. Being a part of that my sophomore year, I was a director of public relations. So I created different graphics, different social media platforms for our events. And then I sponsored a lot of different initiatives, like a sustainability initiative focusing on Hydro Flask giveaways, stuff like that. Courageous Conversations is another initiative we had, which is focusing on mental health awareness and how to increase an overall campus feel of being mentally safe. We have different events throughout the year like that as well. Undergrad student government usually focuses on different legislation that supports students further, like menstrual equity throughout all campuses, sustainability practices, and different voter registration. Since it's an election year, we focus on that a lot. This coming semester is going to be a crazy semester because we're going to get a lot of students register to vote, stuff like that. And then the other club that I'm a part of is the Programming and Activities Board. That's more of the fun club. They put on different concerts, like Devilpalooza is every year we have a headliner come out on the Sun Devil Fitness Complex fields, and it's a really great night. It's in the spring semester, and it's really cool to see this big headliner come play music for us and get to know your friends and hang out. They have different like movie nights in our Memorial Union where like Chick-fil-A is and stuff like that. Different giveaways like t-shirts, cups. It's really just cool to get free stuff, and that's what I love about ASU. I have a lot of ASU t-shirts and cups. So just getting out there and like finding what you like. I wasn't part of student government in high school, so I wanted to continue that at ASU, and it was really cool that I saw both those opportunities, so I joined both of them.
Absolutely. And to add on freshman year, coming into my freshman year at ASU, I was actually excited, but maybe more excited about the athletics than the academic, even though academic is a very high standard for me. I went in trying to do the best I can in school, but also leaning towards going out of my comfort zone, joining an organization or clubs that show me who I really am besides of my schoolwork. And the first one was Sparks. I learned through Sparks through my older brother, Joaquin Ramos. He is now a graduated senior from Arizona State. And just Sparks showed me who I like to be and how I like to show myself more as in me being an example to students who believe that being in a minority, being a Mexican American, they think they can't get to college. So going to high schools like Trevor G. Brown around the Phoenix area has given me the opportunity to set an example, to be a stepping stone, to be just another person to help high school students become who they want to be, just like I wanted to be. Overall, I love being an example because I was sitting as a senior in high school not too long ago. How I said, I just finished my freshman year at Arizona State. So 2 years ago, I was sitting in their shoes. So I love being a stepping stone for them to show them that with patience and just working hard, anything is possible. Another thing to add on to the clubs and organizations around ASU, the only other club that I joined was the 942 crew, which is an organization or a club that has to do with promoting athletics, promoting the football games, the basketball games, all athletics, baseball, softball, girls soccer, tennis, literally any athletic that was going on the Tempe campus. 942 crew was promoting it. And the best thing that I believe about 942 crew is how it's another way to become part of another community at ASU. Not only becoming ASU as a whole, but just because you go to class and you go back to your residence hall and go to class doesn't mean you're left out at ASU. There's different clubs and organizations that make you be a part of something bigger, such as 942 crew. It helps you set up for events, set up for athletic events, and just being a part there, being in the chants, leading the crowd, and just having fun with your friends. It literally is a blast. And how Alex Lewis said, there's a lot of free t-shirts, a lot of free cups and stuff. And 942 crew is something that they do. They give away t-shirts, they give away socks, basketballs, random things just to get students to come out to the athletic events. And I believe that athletic events have been a very big highlight in my freshman year, such as storming the football field, going to basketball games and doing the curtain of distraction. Just things that you see on TV that you think you will never be part of. And then just by being who you are, being patient and believing in yourself gives you the opportunities that you thought you would never have.
Awesome. So I'll open up the floor for any last minute questions from the audience. And all right. I do want us to wrap up with one question, however. We've covered a lot today. We've covered how to stay engaged at ASU, how to use resources to support yourself academically and personally. We've covered why ASU is home for many of us. And I think the only logical way for us to wrap this up is, what is the biggest piece of advice that you could provide our students in the community? And we'll start with you, Alejandro Ramos.
Overall, in our community at ASU, I truly believe that we are one for all and all for one. I believe that ASU has shown me that being part of a community is something that should be on your mind when joining ASU. Overall, I believe that if anyone wants to be a part of it, they are welcome. As I said, ASU is a very diverse community, such as different cultures and ethnicities. And I truly believe that overall, ASU is a great place to be. And there's a lot of resources, how we spoke throughout this panel, resources and people that want to help you be the person you are. And overall, I believe that ASU has helped me in a way that I never thought it could. And it has shown me to become the person I am. And hopefully I could continue sharing my story and my tips to become who people want to be when they grow up.
I think the biggest piece of advice I have is just get involved and try things that you wouldn't necessarily try, and do what makes you happy, because I think that's what life is all about, is doing things that make you happy, but also trying to figure out what works best for you. It's going to be a trial and error run. Getting involved, find something that you're passionate about and pursue it, because college is where you really discover who you are as a person and really solidify who you are for the rest of your life. And I just think getting involved gives you so many different opportunities to try different things, find new experiences, new connections, different friends that you'll have for the rest of your life. What else? And if you're a high schooler, just if you have questions, ask, because that's what's on your mind, and getting those answers is really going to propel you forward for success.
Absolutely. And real quick, sorry, Sam, just wanted to add another thing. I didn't talk towards high schoolers, and I believe that high schoolers should be looking for opportunities. I believe that being patient and going out, how Alex Lewis said, just going out and finding those opportunities and getting out of your comfort zone shows you who you want to be. And my biggest advice to high schoolers right now is just, if there's a will, there's a way. If you have the time management, if you want to be where you want to be in a couple years from now, there's a way to chase that dream and there's a way to find it.
Awesome. Thank you both for your insight today, and just your willingness to share your experience with students out in the community. I do want to close this off with providing everyone with an exceptional resource here at ASU that you can take advantage of starting today. If you have any questions about admissions, about getting started at ASU, and you're in high school, please visit asu.edu/findmyrep. We will provide that link in the video description below. It's a great resource for you to get connected with the university. You have your high school counselors, but you also have somebody here at ASU that wants to help you throughout this process. Thank you all so much for joining us, and go Devils.